Aloha, this is the Green Living Mr. T, and welcome back to more Legend of Zelda Lost Isle. This is continuing in the post-commentary. It's going to be like this for another video, and then the video after, about like 5 or 7 minutes in, or something like that, I'll discover that my mic has been off, and I shall resume what I had been saying this entire time, without none of you being able to hear. Although, oddly enough, I said this last time, but you could hear what I was saying, like, the first video, when there was absolutely no sound. It was on the title screen. Very extremely faintly. I don't, just, whatever. Anyway, I think I'm going to look for a new place to explore this video. Episode, whatever you want to call it. Because last episode I got the power, what are they called? Power gloves? Yeah, power gauntlets, I think, actually. So, it's mainly just going to be looking around, grabbing some pieces of heart, getting random arrows. Yeah, there's like something down there for me to do. I know we will eventually be heading to an area, like, to the very west of the map, that we now have access to. Yeah, so this, although it's awkward to say this, this is very weird just to randomly spit out at the moment, but if you have not seen the game To the Moon, even if you don't intend to play it yourself, it is definitely worth watching. It is possibly has the best story of any game I've ever, watched / played. Currently, Steven Plays is doing a playthrough of it. I know Markiplier also did a playthrough of it. Those are just two I know off the bat. My gosh, it is just an absolutely brilliant game. Absolutely brilliant story. Music is also really good. It apparently got the best RPG game of the year award or something, which is an actual award, according to I'm watching their video in between letting the videos render, and for 2011 it got that award, and then on top of that it got what did it get? It got the best story for that year for any game at all. So, that's quite impressive. That is very impressive, and, well, as you can tell, I really don't have a lot to talk about, which is why I'm talking about what other people are saying. I've not got a lot to go on. A good majority of this episode is just going to be about looking at it. It's about halfway through. It's going to be just exploring areas where I can now do stuff. I forgot to take into account last episode the fact that if the game, not the game, if the video has jumps at times, that the post commentary will continue to be gosh dang it, I just banged my mic. Will continue to be recorded, but the video will not progress, so I have to kind of be wary of that, because last video it wasn't too bad last video, but I didn't fit my outro in. which isn't the end of the world, but it was a little bit decent with the video. But I'm not too worried about it. Honestly, I'm just glad to be finally sitting down and getting this done out of the way, because when I stopped, this was the stopping point once again. More just repeating what I had said last video. This is almost the breaking point. So I should be able to do this now. I got the power gauntlets, but someone was in the town mentioned that the only way to beat this is basically to cheat. So I will not succeed. Maybe we get 5 arrows just for the heck of trying it. Okay, where to next? And once again, just noticing that that part of the map is not filling in. Probably because that screen could be 2 different screens or something like that. One for when you win and one for when you lose or something like. Yes, they get the point. Stop saying or something like that. Ugh. So am I heading to that area back to the east now? Getting that heart piece? Well, I guess that's technically spoilers for my own video. No, I'm going to that cave that I can now push the rock. That's what I'm doing at the moment. One near the very beginning of the game. Yay! Oh, just for 20 arrows. Whatever, I do it at any rate. I plan I know I said I'm going to reset my schedule, but I plan on uploading everything I already had recorded before I decided that up all at once, just so I can start fresh in a sense. But it'll be nice to go back to just a regular schedule rather than just panicked constant. Okay, I gotta record. Okay, I gotta record. Okay, I gotta record. I was slowly catching back up, but once the vacation hit, that stopped, because basically I had to, if I could keep up doing more than 2 videos a day, I would slowly make my way back to, well, being back on schedule. But too many vacations, I stopped wanting to record because I just had done so much of it. You gotta not dry yourself out. You never want to. If anyone out there wants to do Let's Plays of their own or already doing so, don't burn yourself out. You do have your own limits. No matter how much you love to record, you can very easily burn yourself out. Too much stress. Have I already gone through the cave already? Without me paying attention again. It seems like It seems that honestly like this video is going by much faster than the last one I watched, and that's partially because I have something to look forward to once it's done. I'm done with this. That's of course watching To the Moon. And I think it's doing that jumping thing again. Alright. I just have to remember... Well, that's a bit of an issue. I try to remember the end time, but I just realized I have completely forgotten what it was. It was around 34 minutes, though. I don't remember what the second number was, so... Hopefully I'll get my outro in this time. I am getting... Oh, I actually went ahead and died. Yeah, I got killed by my own bomb there, I think. Well, got to do that all over again. Hooray. Good thing I had just saved after doing the cave, though. So all I had to do was get the heart piece again. Here we are again. And then I'll need to actually make it to the warping area without dying. Because that was just plain awful. I was kind of rushing it. I just wanted to get out of the area. So I could just move on. Although, am I taking a different route? Possibly. Also very close to maxing out on arrows, which you'll see will become inconvenient very much later in the video. It's not spoilers, it's a cliffhanger. A very weak cliffhanger. Okay, to the swamp area, because I guess I remembered there being some rocks in this area, which there are. And this kind of does lead into a whole new area we have not been to yet. Once I figure out where that is on the map. Yeah, right there. That's the rock. But first I gotta try out other rocks and such. Oh, and here I am contemplating whether I can move that yet, since it looks darker. Which I can't, but it's worth trying when I get over there. First draft spot. Time to test the the gauntlets. I've been putting off watching, what was it, the Avatar, not The Last Airbender, but Legend of Korra, because I don't know why they decided not to do it on, why they stopped airing it on TV. That boggles my mind. I've never gone around to watching the last two seasons of it. And every now and again I'm reminding that I haven't watched it yet by something. Hey, what am I doing? No idea. Okay, come on. I might probably go right here to check out this little ledge. Yeah, I do. And by the looks of it, that was the game. That was either movie makers glitching out, or that was like the time when the game froze or exited out, to be more precise. I wonder what is beyond those cliffs to the north. Yay, entirely new area. The Zakran Fields. Lagan Wastelands and Akvir Swamp. Yay. Pronouncing words. Oh, I was just kept staring at that bundle of arrows, 5 arrows, and I was like, why have I not gone and collected it yet? Why have I not gone and collected it yet? Why have I not gone and collected it yet? Yeah, I maxed out on arrows. It didn't matter at the time. And here's another section of map that, oddly enough, is not marking on the map. Probably, I think it has something to do with the fact that there's that blue flower which disappears when you do something special. Like win a minigame or defeat a boss. Well, there's... Do I go explore the cave? Yes, I do. And I think I realized it's an exit, not an entrance. From where? I don't think I know yet. Well, we have a new shortcut area. That's nice. Oh, and this... I honestly don't know why this is a... Why even bother doing something like that? It's... I don't know. It just is weird. Making it so you walk through... It's kind of like the maze in Link to the Past. Once you... the first dungeon you go into the Dark World, how there's a forest that you have to walk through. And you can barely see yourself through the trees. Okay, this is the cave that I spend the rest of the video in. I'm not exactly happy with this cave. He's already calling it a maze. And it certainly is one. This area takes a while to get through. And it's not all too interesting. This cave is full to the brim with like arrows, which I cannot, all of which I am unable to pick up because I am maxed out. And that kind of made me upset that I came to this cave which is filled to the brim with arrows, and I'm simply unable to pick up any of them. Guess what's in that chest? Oh, this place also has lots of traps for some reason. This is a boring area. Sure, there's lots of these areas where you use the raft and you can pick out different directions, but this is boring. Plus, I don't get to listen to the music while doing the post-commentary, so disadvantage me for entertainment. Yay! I just wanted to be sure not to miss any caves by accident, so I would be able to visit every single one. So here I am checking again to make sure I didn't miss anything. And then going to be thoroughly disappointed. There is something of value in this cave. I'm not going to say what it is. It's like one of the last things I check. So it becomes very irksome. There isn't even anything over there. And I missed a path. Hooray. Is there anything in this area? I don't recall. There probably is underneath those bushes. And I think I'm trying to use arrows up here, so I can at least say, okay, I can pick up these arrows, although at the same time it is just very wasteful. Now we're possibly going to start getting to the interesting things. Yes? No? Oh, there is another chest. Yay, piece of heart. So it wasn't a wasted trek, but there's still one more thing which is of great value. Wrong turn. Trying to get rid of all of the arrows. Okay, last cave thing, and there's a staircase, so it has to be important, right? And look at this! Weird skeleton things that are not the same skeletons that were in the town. We got the big quiver! Yay! Very much happiness. After we've gone through all the rooms that had arrows and you couldn't pick them up, the last room has the big quiver, which means I get the choice whether to just leave or go through all the rooms and pick up all the arrows. And of course, I have to go back and get all the arrows. So it basically just doubles the length of this cave and time I spend in it. Also, I'm wondering again if it's sinking a little bit. So me saying like there's the big quiver, I might have already grabbed it and I'm like going and getting all the arrows, who knows. I'm not all too worried or even caring too much about it. I'm just hoping this post-commentary makes up for the lack of, well, present commentary. What else would I call it? Thankfully, it seems I remember somewhat well which caves were the important ones, the ones that had the arrows. For the most part, at any rate. So also worth noting is that now with the big quiver we'll be able to get that scroll or parchment or whatever from that guy in town for a new sword technique. That's what this big quiver does for us. And gotta keep my eye on the time now, in case there's desync. Oh, and by the way, something bad happens right here. I know it does. Just get it over with. I lose my shield, and I haven't saved in ages. Guess how mad I was. Very, very mad. I was really not happy with this. So, in the end, I decide that between episodes, I'm going to get back to where I was and have